Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Welcome to online spiritual readings, psychic readings with Veronica Jenkins, and thanks to the lovely Stacey for all her work in the background. It's really appreciated. It's lovely to have everybody with us. So just going to waffle on for a couple of minutes, just while a few people jump on. Please say hello, send us your name, etc. But try not to tell me anything about any of your passings which you've had. I'll just see who I'm guided to from spirit. That's how it always works. The idea is just to relax and enjoy it. I just want to say hello to a few people. Hi Patrick, lovely to have you with us. Hi Neve and Krish and Elaine and Chanley. I hope I'm getting these names right. And Tans and Rohan. Thanks for joining us everybody. And Andrea, just spotted you Andrea. Brilliant stuff. So just a little bit how it works. I go where I'm drawn. If you can, please, whatever you do, try and answer as soon as possible. So fingers on the button, so to speak. But I'll just keep going. I won't sit waiting for any information or any of your feedback. It'd be nice to have your feedback, but I won't wait for it because it'll hold spirit up if I'm set waiting for you to confirm or validate what I'm saying. Lovely evening to Veronica. Hi, Veronica. Thank you so much for inviting me on. And let's get this book off the ground. So for everybody who's joining us, Veronica's written a new book. I've got a copy. It's brilliant. It's informative. It's on spiritual. It's on awakening. I did have it on hand, ready to do it. So check that out on Veronica Jenkins' site. Speaking of books, if anybody wishes, there's also the A to Z Index of Spiritualism, a guide to psychic and spiritual development. It's got lots of things in it regarding aura, trance, mediumship, etc., etc. And I'm just literally in the process of finishing another one, which is a Letting Go book. So, however, Veronica's book, Awakening, Universal Spirit Awakening, check it out and go online and grab yourself a copy. So hello to Marie. Amanda, hi Amanda Parker, and Mary Taylor. Okay then, let's start, because straight away I'm going to have to go because I can't move off this one. Tans, okay, Tans and Rohan, hi. And now I'm not reading it because I can see you've written something, but my eyes are avoiding it. And I'm hoping I've got your name right. Is it Tans and Rohan? Yee. Ah, there you go, brilliant. Oh, she's answering me. Oh, they're answering me straight away. Now then, I've got a lady with me straight away, Tans. It's lovely to have you with us. I'm so pleased you've joined us. Australia, did you say? Yeah, right. Okay then, what I'm looking at the moment, what I'm being shown is lots of writing, or some writing which needs to be done. Okay, I know I've got a lady here and she's talking about reading and writing. Okay, so that's coming in around you, but I feel like the writing is more to do with spiritual philosophy. It's like you're getting thoughts in your mind, questioning where it's coming from. And I can tell you, it's coming from the world of spirit, okay? Spirit who inspiring you to bring this creative side out in you, okay? I want you to know, or they're telling me, that everybody is safe over there and everybody's at peace, okay? And I'm literally avoiding the comments where you made because I've picked something up from it. Now then, they give me a couple of issues, physical issues, okay? What need to be sorted and just be kind of, they need a little bit of attention, okay? That belongs to somebody on the airplane, stomach area, etc., okay? Because I can feel this energy moving around my stomach, and it's almost as if it's connected to my digestive system. I want to kind of cleanse or do a cleansing session, okay? Can I also say there's lots of healing coming around for you and those around you, Tans, okay? Now, for some reason, somebody keeps pointing out Rohan, okay? And just somebody, I've got a gentleman behind me to the right here, waving to Rohan, okay? Now then, classic case, everybody's jumping on this. They're placing me some oracle cards or angel cards, tarot cards, etc. in front of you, okay? Because it's almost like we've got to take these things to the next step, okay? They want you to really step on your path, okay? Don't be frightened of it. Don't be worried what anybody else says. the energy is building up. So I'm just kind of sensing there's a particular person who's coming in behind me, Tans, okay? And there's a lot of, I'm going to qualify what they're going to say, but I'll do it afterwards. It's almost like they want to say sorry that they had to leave, okay? And they know there's heartbreak still, okay? But in a way, they're not apologising, because obviously when we go into that light, there's no such thing as apologies. Nobody needs them. Everything's loving and kind and pure, okay? Okay then, thank you. Because I've got a very, very strong feeling it was kind of tentative when this energy is moving forward. However, they're talking about a move, or thinking of a move, or moving, okay? I'm getting the thumbs up with that as well, okay? As if it's going to be positive and probably needed, all right? There's somebody around you desperate and needs a break, because somebody's on overload at the moment, Tans, okay? And I need to just settle the energy. I need some peace, I need some calm, and I need some tranquility, okay? Does this make sense to you? Typical aspect, I'm getting a watch or jewelry, okay, coming through, and I can clearly see, there you go. And I can see this jewelry, but first thing is a watch, but I've got, right, I understand. Well, the emotions are coming with it, Tans, okay? But can I say to you, and I know this is general what they normally say, but it's always individual to each of us, okay? What they're talking about is bringing you a massive strength, okay, and others around you, because there was somebody left behind here what is dear to this person's heart, very, very strong, okay? And they want to send all their love, okay? But the strength, there is a way forward, okay, and they're really encouraging you to move forward. I've got to say to you, what they're saying to me is they're fine. I'm fine, Colin, I'm fine. Just let them know I'm fine. And now I want them to be fine, okay? And once this first wave has kind of calmed a little bit, then you'll see people will start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? They're not coming in too strong, because they know if they're coming too strong, it's an unusual setting here for them to come in too strong, okay? It's true, Chance, they are, okay? Just you be careful with your knees or your legs, or something to do with your body. But they're smiling. There's a bit of a joke. So I know there's somebody who had a brilliant sense of humour. Okay, this person had a brilliant sense of humour. Somebody's tipping the hat off, because it took some courage to get this far. Okay, we want to say thank you for all the love and all the times, and also they're saying thank you for the. Sorry, I'm just catching my breath here. Thank you for sorting all the arrangements out, if that makes sense. Okay. Right, thank you. Okay. This is why there wasn't come too much, because it was going to start tingling all through my body, Chance, to be honest. I thought, okay. So they've been respectful. They're making sure they don't jump on me too strongly. Right. Just as we go forward, what they're talking about, hang on, they've just said, no, hold on, Colin, hold on. They're talking about, they give me a boat trip. Okay, will you, and I feel like the boat trip has already taken place. It was previous, but I can see another one. They're telling me there's going to be another one coming up as well. So I don't know whether it's crossing a lake or a river. I don't know what's going on here, or whether you'll know. But it's a memory. Okay. And now as they've stepped a little bit closer, they've my hands. I'm just like kind of fisting my hands, as if my hands feel very solid and strong, as if there was a point in my life I would have worked with my hands outside. Okay, and it's like, and I've got strength. Okay, thank you. That's the one. What you're going on to the boat, and it's like this. Now the strength is coming through. Okay. What he's doing then, Tans, is showing me the strength of who he is. Okay, and there's some power there, and especially in his arms. all right, and it's like that's going up through my shoulders and my back, okay. And what he's trying to say to everybody is like, come on, get that strength, because everybody's got a little bit, and we do this. This is where we go wrong. We get a little bit complacent and we okay, and we just sit back and rest. And he's trying to encourage everybody, going, no, get that strength into everybody, okay, and walk tall, get up, okay, and he will come back through somebody over there, Sans, okay. He's telling me. So I don't know whether you've already got a reading booked or you're thinking of booking a reading with a medium over in Australia. Okay. Yeah, that's. Well, he's always telling me to. I feel like my arm's gone like Popeye. Anyway, so I want to say to you, he's telling me there's not just himself but others. There's going to be a reading coming up, and somebody's going to come through that reading in the future. So I don't know whether you've got thoughts to book a reading with a medium in Australia or wherever you are, but they'll be there and he'll be there. Okay. There's a special hello to somebody here who's still here. A very special, not telling me who it is. I feel, well, okay, I feel like it's a female. Okay, I don't know whether it was his partner, but a very, very special hello from him to that soul. Okay. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Well, it's giving you the encouragement to go for it. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay. Got to move on. Thank you, Tans. Right then, let's have a look. Hello to everybody who has just joined us. Neve, is it Neve? Neve, it looks like never. Thank you, Tans. Lots of love to you from Spirit. Neva, hi, he's like Neva, never, Erica. Lovely to see you. Thanks for joining us. Are you still working? Yes, she's here. Hello. Right then, I've got a lot of activity around your throat, Neve, and it's all to do with communication. But it's like I seem to be swallowing a bit. Okay, this is the condition Spirit putting on me. And it's like, whoa, okay, we're starting to get focused now. The journey's up and running, and it's like off we go. And I'm steamrolling in front. And what Spirit is saying, I've got two people. One is a gentleman in Spirit, and the other one is a spiritual guide. Okay, and they're both encouraging you, because as you're steamrolling forward and they're laughing their head, they love it. It's like this powerhouse. Your energy is like this powerhouse with Spirit, and they're saying, please, whatever you do, real adamantly, don't let anybody stop you in your tracks. Nobody and nothing. Okay, you're doing amazing, they're saying. And there's somebody just kind of in my ear going, she keeps pulling herself down, Colin, and she keeps questioning down. Just tell her to sort it out, okay? And so get rid of them thoughts, Dave, okay? Just let go of all those little niggly, little doubts. They're not big ones, but, it's like self-analysis is one thing. Doubting and putting ourselves down is different. They don't want you putting yourself down. Because what I'm seeing is this train, you're like a train, and you just steaming through everything on the track, okay? And anything what's on that track is getting obliterated, it's just getting pushed off at high speed, okay? Now then, let's go back to this throat aspect, because they're talking about there's somebody you need to communicate with here, okay? This is because there's two aspects going on with your throat. One is communication with Spirit. We're going to come to that in a minute. And the other is communicating with somebody on the earth plane. And it's like, you need to get something off your chest because I can feel it. And as you're saying it, it's going to come off, okay? And they will give you the skillful means. They'll give you the words. So don't worry about it, okay? And it'll all just it'll settle. But I've got to say to you, what I'm sensing from Spirit is that energy doesn't belong to you. So please don't carry it, they're saying. It's not yours, okay? So dissolve it. And in that conversation, you can then not just offload it, but you'll transform that energy and you'll feel a lot better and a lot lighter. So I'm really getting this sense that it's been bothering me, and it's not been niggling, it's more than that. It's been bothering me, and I've been carrying it and carrying it and carrying it. And they're going, come on, the time's getting close now. We're gonna make sure it's all set up for you to do, okay? And you'll know. And it's like, okay, I'm just gonna say it, okay? Now then, when we go back to the throat condition with Spirit communication, now in the background here, I'm aware of Spirit. One of you guys is talking about trance, okay? And it's like at a distance. So they want to encourage you to study and understand trance, okay? Because this is where there's a lot of weight going on around I'm going to say it. They give me a voice box. Look at things regarding voice boxes and trance, if you will, and that will open the door for you. But it's here. It's not stepped forward yet. I don't know how long. That's going to be several months. It'll just build up over the period of time, Neve. Okay, because they're telling me you're fascinated about trance. It's like you sit and watch and go, okay, I need to work this lot out. Okay, and when the time's right, please, whatever you do, get yourself into when you go forward with trance, get yourself into a group or course with somebody what has got years of experience, not these 2-minute wonders what's out there at the minute. Okay, because it'll take you down the wrong road. They want you to be with somebody who's got years of experience, will know what they're talking about, know what deep trance is, because they really want to work with you with deep trance, not this shallow stuff. Okay, because I've got a message to say to people through you. All right, the communication aspect of clairvoyance and your messages coming from spirit. You've got several guides, Neve. Okay, and I know there's a question that they're laughing because they're saying she's questioning who we are, Colin. Again, like they all do, and they're going, well, don't worry about that. They'll show themselves one at a time, and you'll get signs. They'll show you specific signs, Neve. Okay. And the deeper you go within yourself, meditation-wise, contemplation, etc., then they'll slowly reveal who they are. Also, so don't carry that too much. Also, I want to give you channeling. I've got it. Somebody just said channeling. Talk about channeling, Colin. Tell her about the channeling. Okay. So, ascend your mind, ascend your consciousness. Okay. This is all like mixed between messages and spiritual teachings from spirit here. So channeling and trance are two separate things, okay? Officially. There's an overlap at the minute, but officially they're two separate things. So you can ascend your consciousness with the channeling, Neve, okay? Brilliant stuff. I'm going to have to move on. There's something just before I go because they want to tell me something. Okay. Just going forward a little bit because I feel like you're making plans in a certain way as to visit somewhere, and that's connected to your spiritual journey. Okay, and they want you to do that. So I don't know whether it's going to be, you're going to have to travel by car, train, plane, I don't know. But you've got to go somewhere, and it's going to be connected to your spiritual journey. And it may be a workshop or a small retreat or something of that nature. And they're giving you the thumbs up to go for it. Okay. And when you get the thumbs up in this respect, Neve, what they're saying is when you get there, you'll be put on the spot. Okay. Because people like to test us. You'll be put on the spot and they're saying, just let her know to do what she does. Don't be frightened. Don't be worried. Don't be concerned. Just let it roll. Let us take over and get on with it and enjoy the whole thing. Okay. Brilliant stuff. Lots of colours around you, by the way, Neve. Lots, masses of colours. They'll bring more stuff in your dreams as well. It's like they want to offload now. So your dreams, everything. Lots of colours. Work with colours when you get the chance. Okay. And language, specifically language. I don't know whether somebody taught languages, but there's something to do with language with you, Neve. I've got to go. Sorry. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon, to be honest. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to go to Krish. Hi, Krish, South Africa. Ah, wonderful. Thanks for joining us. Okay, please try not to put anything on there because it's too easy. I can't, Janie. I like when I'm giving messages. I like to travel around the world because they take me all over the place. And now I've got to go to South Africa, haven't I? Okay, Krish. Wolf. Let's have a look. Tentatively, I've got the word tentatively with you. Okay, and it's one step at a time, gently, and somebody's saying, I'm getting the impression from spirit, I'm treading very lightly and careful. I'm going to say baby steps, but it's not in that same concept. It's like you can only take one step at a time because this is how spirit want it to go, Chris. Okay? And I'm being shown because I've just opened the philosophical teachings of spirit wide open. Okay? So you've got a wealth of information, spiritual information, okay? Almost to the point where it's overload. But now is the time, they're saying, is tell them to like let it through, Colin. Okay, let it come through. Okay, because I need to format it all. So you've got lots of things going on, and I want you to either create a small database, okay, and line it all up and put order to it, Chris. Okay, because that'll keep you in good stead as you going forward. All right. And at the same time, been really strongly inspired by Spirit to say to you, you must share some of this. Okay, at some point you're going to be sharing what you know, Chris. It's important that you share it. I'm just going to move because I need to cough. Sorry, I don't want to cough all over the camera. Oh, now then, let's have a look. Now, obviously, you've just told me, yes, thank you. Now, I know you've mentioned South Africa, okay, but Spirit are telling me you're not from South Africa, or your family's not from South Africa, because I want to go somewhere else. I've come from a different country into South Africa. This should make sense to you. I don't want to surmise where you've been because your name is kind of leading me somewhere, and I don't want to do that. But I want on the Asian continent rather than the Western continents. Okay, and the family are here around you. Okay, Chris. Again, a questioning mind is a healthy mind, but once we've questioned, we need to accept. Okay, if we keep questioning, keep questioning. They're talking about overthinking. Okay, right, Chris. Try not to overthink. I mean, that's a bit rich, isn't it? Because most of us do that anyway. But they're saying try not to overthink. Okay. Somebody stepped in quite strong, and you sent them off to Spirit in the most beautiful way, and they want to say thank you, Chris. Okay. Right. I'm going to leave at that because the messages have changed. So, thank you so much. Right then, I'm going to come to thank you so much, Chris. Okay. Yeah, overthinking. You're all right. You're not on your own. There's guides. Bear with, just press pause if you will, Chris. I've got guides telling me, your guides, they want to make this connection, Chris. They really want to make this connection with you, with your mind. Okay, this is your mum-in-law. Well, that's the big thank you for the send off, because that was absolutely beautiful what I felt and sensed, Chris. With your guides, they're trying to connect with your conscious awareness. Okay, so what they're saying is just bring it up, just bring it up a bit more. Okay, and we'll make that connection because you're aware of it and they're aware of it. It's almost tantalizingly close. Okay, and your card readings are taking off and improving, they're saying. Okay, it's almost like you can just chuck a load of cards in front of you and go blah 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 blah. This means that, this means, and they're just, it's almost entertainment at this point. Okay, lots of love to you, Chris, and especially from your spiritual guides. Your spiritual guides are trying to tell you something because they get me to pause. They're not telling me what it is, but there's something your spiritual guides are waiting to tell you and guide you in a certain direction, Chris. And you know this, you have an inner knowing. It's like your soul inside, you're feeling the reverberations and vibrations of your soul coming up through those layers of consciousness to the surface. And this is the journey you've picked in conjunction and in harmony with your guides. I'm never nosy, and I always mind my own business as far as anybody else's business is concerned. But on this one, I'm curious what they were up to with it. So, because I've got a really nice feeling with it. Thank you so much, Chris. Okay, right, we're going to. Thanks for joining us, Patrick. I've got to come to Patrick. I've got pulled here. Right. TikTok. I've got. Hi, Patrick. I hope you're still here. And if you're on the phone, get off the phone. So. Hi, Patrick. Right then, I've got TikTok, and the condition with the heart, and I also want what is it? The pirate and with all the clocks, Patrick. It's gone out of my mind. Peter Pan. Okay, I want Peter Pan. I want Peter Pan scenario scenario, Patrick. Okay. And it's like clocks do my head in. I can hear them ticking and I can't stand it. Okay. So I've got a gentleman just woof, he just stepped straight in and he's bringing quite a big dog with him as well, Patrick. Okay. My first thought was father. So I don't know whether you or your dad had this dog at one point. Okay. But he wants you to know is there. Book that flight or you've already booked it. Take that journey, he's just saying, okay, because they're going with you. All right. Don't know where you're going. I might be coming with you. Now then. Oh, Patrick, they're talking about TikTok, thinking. I've got to get this right. Sorry, I sound like I'm stuttering. This is you. If this isn't you, it's somebody in spirit. What we're struggling to get the words out and communicate clearly. Okay, I'm almost bordering as if I've got a stammer or stutter. I'm stuttering my words. Okay, it's Book, Florida. There you go. Okay. Why is somebody just talking about a pillow? Like, but I don't know if it's a bed pillow. It looks like it's on a sofa, a specific pillow. Did somebody have a pillow or sofa and you kept it, or somebody in the family kept this particular pillow from the sofa or something? It's a bit crazy. It might even be the full sofa. I don't know. But they've taken me to a pillow. Anyway, thinking, and my legs are playing up, Patrick. Okay, especially my right leg. All right, I've got a few bits going on with it. So, and I've got a feeling it belongs to this gentleman in spirit. Okay. Now I know roughly where you are, and I can't avoid this because I've got it, and I'm looking at just beautiful landscape near rocks and cliffs and the sea. I'm looking out over the sea. I don't know how close you are to the sea or whether you're favouring land, Patrick, but I'm standing on some rocks fairly high up, and all I can see is the sea, and it looks like I'm looking at the Atlantic Ocean as I'm looking, because I'm looking towards the west. I'm looking westwards. I'm not looking east. So I'm on the west coast, looking out to the Atlantic Ocean, and the spirit's taking my mind over to America, not Florida, like you just said. It's like directly to New York or that vicinity in America. Okay. I'm pleased you understand that pillow, because that was kind of intriguing me. So I've got family what's come through, and they're talking about America as well, other than Florida. So I'm going back sometime, Patrick. Okay. I want a dentist appointment. I want somebody who had false teeth before they passed to spirit. I don't know whether the teeth got put in when they was laid out and sent off. I don't know, but somebody's joking about the teeth. I've got a bit of a head condition on my right side here, Patrick. So somebody had a head condition. I want somebody previously who did have a accident in a car, and I believe somebody passed in a car. Okay, 2 miles was it today? Brilliant. So there's somebody who passed in the car is coming through as well. Okay, but because I've got this head condition. Now, they're giving me it because there's two people with this head condition. One was a car accident, and the other was a condition they want in the car accident. It was a gentleman who, it's not migraine, because migraine goes across. It's on the right side, Patrick. And whether they had some kind of tumour at some point, or I'm not sure what was going on, okay? But they're saying, just tell him about this head condition, Colin, he'll know what I mean. Masses of healing. I know you do healing. If anybody wants healing, go see Patrick, get in touch with Patrick Monahan, okay? But there's the massive healing is around you and yours. So I know they're taking me to somebody in or around the family who haven't been full whack at them lately, Patrick, because the spirit's bringing some healing. Now then, they've just shown me something beautiful. I want somebody what saw spirit, what saw the soul of a person leave the body when they took the transition. Does that make sense, Patrick? Because I'm watching somebody pass to spirit, what in that moment when they've took the transition, and you was there with somebody else, this is a separate one, somebody saying thank you for being there for me at the end, Patrick. But this is a separate one. They're saying either yourself or somebody has talked about seeing the light and the soul leave somebody's body. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Got it. That's why I've got it on this side up here then. Woof, there. Okay, Patrick. And please watch for them lights. I'm watching orbs. They've just shown me a couple of orbs. Okay. They're going to be just before I move on. Somebody says say hello to your partner as well. Okay. Yeah, none of us are full whack. Speak for yourself. I'm all there. I don't know about anybody else. Anyway, say hello to your partner from somebody in spirit. Somebody who's very close to him, Patrick. And they're talking, they've just shown me it looks like a matching necklace and bracelet they're giving me to give you, Patrick, with certain stones, diamond style in it, like clustered together. Okay. And this goes back some time, and it's still here because I'm pointing here. Somebody's still got that, kept probably in a bedroom, in a box, in a drawer or wardrobe somewhere. Okay. Right. And football. Don't know why that's coming. Somebody's bought you a football and memories of football, Patrick. Again, I'm going back. And they're laughing their heads off and they'll turn around and walked away. And they said, we'll tell him we'll see him later again. Okay. Brilliant stuff. Thank you. So lovely to see you, Patrick. So if anybody wants some healing, please get in touch with Patrick. Okay. Now then, trance will deepen as well, Patrick. Somebody just called it out the back of my head. Right. Tell him trance is going to deepen further. Hello from Norway. Now then, Aileen Clara Marie Wiberg. I hope I've pronounced the name right. Aileen. Okay. Lovely to have you with us from Norway. Now then, in Norway. Interesting. I love Norway. Oh, now what I've got here, Aileen, is I've been told, I wish I hadn't put Norway. Automatically now I'm seeing a nice thick woolly pattern jumper like you're going to be. Nice and warm in -10 and 20 up there. But what I've got is somebody in spirit, several people coming through, and they're talking about your spiritual development, Aileen, okay, and your spiritual path. Now, this is very interesting. Because sometimes you'll probably feel isolated, that you haven't got too many people to communicate with. But I want to say to you, you're making good strides. So can you just let me know that you're still with us, Aileen? And if you're on the phone, come on. I'll wait. I will pause till I see that you're still with us before I go any further. Because this is about your spiritual development and journey. If not, I'll come back to you. So let's have a look. Oh, I don't like these pauses because he puts spirit on hold. Let's have a look. Okay. Hello, for those who have just joined us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Karen, Catherine, Mark. Hayley. Oof. See, they just got me washing. Acupressure is here. Okay, press pause with her. Aileen, okay. Thanks for joining us. Now then, we want to discuss or talk about your spiritual journey, because I'm being impressed that everybody's is unique to themselves, but yours has been interesting to say the least. Okay, they're telling me, in so much that you've trodden a specific path with a specific purpose. And they're telling me that you've got, when you need it, you've got an exceptional ability and capacity to focus your mind when it's necessary. Okay. What they're saying, Aileen, is it's perfect for your guides and perfect for your loved ones in spirit. Okay. And as I'm talking, they're taking my mind, they're just slightly ascending my awareness a little bit. Okay. In so much that we're talking about the planes of light. Okay. Sorry, I don't understand that. No, I'm here. I know you're here. I've been trying to open up my... that's what... Okay, this is what I wanted. Well, they do. because this is specific about your path, okay? Because what I want you to look at this, it's like the journey is going to go like that for you, okay? It's going to go, it's not just going to go forward, bum, 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 it's going to go forward and upwards, okay? Because there's a very special person connected to you in spirit, okay? And I can see this gentleman, I can see a female, and I can see this gentleman. The gentleman is making himself a bit more prominent than the lady, okay? Tall, thick set, and he's Norwegian definitely, or Scandinavian in nature, because I know their builds. And I'm up there. I'm like built big. Now then, I'm just letting him come in a bit more. Would you understand it where you spent a lot of time around a gentleman who's in spirit? He's got a, I'm not going to say who it is because they'll just stop me. And you looked after them at the end and you tended to them and you visited them. Okay? Sorry, because this gentleman wants to come over and take hold of your hand, Aileen, okay? And through his hand is transferring so much warmth and love for what you did, okay? Now then, I don't know where you live, what part of Norway you live in. I know parts of Norway, but what I do want is I'm seeing lots of woods around you, as if it's so easy to go to the forest or the woods, okay? And now I'm seeing the coastline, as if it's like, it's not Oslo. I feel like I'm further north, Bergen or Tromsø. I'm going in that direction, okay? It is your father, right? Right, well, thank you. That's why I couldn't say neither, because it's both of them. Both here, Aileen. But I want the one who was prominent, and I originally thought it was your dad, but they got me to stop, to be honest, so it's both of them. Now then, there was one who you looked after towards the end, quite a lot. That's the one who's closest in at the moment. And the rest are still here, okay. But they're talking about your spiritual journey and your spiritual opening up and ascension. This is the word they want to put in. You're in Bergen. Right, because I was like, it's not Oslo. They showed me the map and I thought, no, she's not in Oslo. She's along that coastline. And the next one I came to naturally would be Bergen. Right, Bergen's, guys, if you ever want to see beautiful places, go to Bergen in Norway. Norway itself is beautiful. Bergen is so picturesque, and do it in winter. Don't be shy. Don't go in the summer, it's easy. Go in the winter when it's thick snow and cold and refreshing. Anyway, so these gentlemen are saying thank you to you, Aileen. Let's get on this spiritual path because they will guide you, okay? Your spiritual guides plus your family members, okay? They'll keep coming backwards and forwards, all right? Now then, as I'm being drawn a bit stronger, they've taken me into a house. Now, it does look, I've got to confess, I've got memories of a wooden lodge and the wood burner because I can see the wood burner in the lodges. I'm hesitant to say all this because I am aware there's, people live in the city, but they also have a lodge out in the countryside for summers, etc. But I'm sitting there and I'm so warm and cozy in this lodge, and I've got memories of thick snow outside, and there's a dog, and it's shaking all the snow off its back before it comes into that lodge or wherever it is. Okay, so there's memories coming through. Okay, right. Okay, thank you for that, Aileen. Thank you. So they're bringing all these wonderful, beautiful memories to you. Okay, and they're giving you a lucky charm. They're talking about a lucky charm. Somebody just said, tell her about the lucky charm. She'll know what it is. Now, it could be rune stones. I don't know. Because when I saw lucky charms, then I saw rune stones. So I don't know whether you've got a set of the stones. But can I say to you, let spirit guide you, okay, and let your family guide you on this path, okay? Because I can honestly sit here and say, there's going to be a time it will come, and this is a big jump, so please be flexible with this. There will be a time when you will teach people what you know, okay? And I want teaching energies around you as well. But the spiritually, you'll do it, okay? Even though your path may have just opened up, it's irrelevant. You need to share this because I can see you. I'm really sorry because somebody's excited about their end because they've got through. Right. Let me just have a breath and let's see how they are with it. Okay. So they listen to you talking to people, Aileen, when you're talking about spirit to your friends and other people around you. Okay. They listen to the phone calls because directly there's a phone call and there's a conversation about spirit going on with this phone call with yourself and somebody else. Okay. So they're watching everything. And it's like they're moving you between in-person events, spiritually speaking, and online events, predominantly online. Okay. Now it's almost as if they zoom me into Bergen itself, and I want some kind of little group of people what I can communicate there, because I know Bergen's not a big place. So there's going to be limitations. Don't let the limitations get you frustrated. Just keep your focus because you've got beautiful focus. Okay. I've got a feeling we're going to talk out of this as well at some point. Now then, let's have a look. Now I know Bergen is a coastal town because and again, they brought me a boat in. So I don't know whether somebody had their own boat or there was fishing out of Bergen or maybe something else. Okay. I want a heart condition, whether somebody passed with a heart condition or the chest area. I feel I've gone with a heart attack in the end. My heart couldn't take it anymore. All the system closed down. That was it, pop. But I hung on as long as I could. Okay. Look forward to May next month because you'll feel yourself slightly ascended. Okay. And then keep going towards Christmas and you'll fly. Somebody's saying, just tell her she's going to start flying before long, Colin. So, okay. So please don't get frustrated that it's taking time. Okay. You have seen spirit and you have seen one of your guides that just told me. Okay. And for some reason, they keep drawing me to the light, to the light, to the light. So, and there's a reason why, and I can't open that up, they said, but there's a reason why I keep saying about the light, being drawn to the light. And this is you and what's going on. Your material aspects will settle and sort out, Helen, because they've just said, tell her we're helping her on all levels, Colin. Okay. And with that, I've got to pull back and move on. Thank you so much for joining us. Right. So we've got about 15 minutes left. And guys, I'm just going to fire away with things which I've got now. Hello to Janine and to Marion, Caroline, Catherine. Hello, everybody. Right, I'm just going to skip through some of these, and where Spirit stopped me, I'm going to... Let's have a look. Hi, Jessica. Just quickly come to Jessica. I'm going to read this for some reason. My name is Jessica. Can I have a reading? If you join me, as well, to connect. Of course I do. They always want to connect with us, Jessica. Now then, Jessica, but the reason why I've been drawn so strongly to your name, because I don't know whether you was named after somebody. There's something going on with your name, or whether somebody here has been. Yeah, please don't tell me anything else, if you will, Jessica, because it'll end up in a psychic reading rather than from spirit. Right, and I don't know whether you named somebody, a child, or there's something going on with your name, Jessica. Okay, now then. What they've just shown me is an ironing board, okay? And they're going to iron everything out for you because there's a period of time, what you're in at the moment, it's like, it's just wave after wave after wave after wave, okay? And it's like, whoa, am I coming or going? And they're going, right, we're just going to get her to pause and we're going to iron everything out for her. We're going to help her iron everything out, okay? And it's like, what they want to say to you, Jessica, there's somebody just stepped forward and offered you a ring. So somebody has still got a ring here. I don't know whether you're wearing it or somebody else has got it, but that's, it's a lady, they're telling me. I also want the name Margaret or Mary around you, Jessica, okay? Connected to the family. Right. Sorry, let me just, they've just put a condition on me and I'm trying to speed this lot up. Oof. Okay, I've got a chest condition, Jessica, okay? but it's not so much connected to my heart. That may be connected in there, but it's like down the side of me. Okay. Now, I normally, if I get a stroke condition, I normally know what I can tell it's a stroke. This is not. It's similar, but it's not a stroke. So, can you understand somebody who had a condition on their left side of their body? Okay. The watching. They want you to know, like, the watching what's going on around you at the moment. Okay, very much and very intently. Okay. And almost they want to take my mind into your house and sense the energy and the atmosphere in there. Okay, because it's like they're going to change the atmosphere. Okay, and because we want it lightening up and clear, we want to. It's like spring's here. Let's spring clean. Okay, and clear the energies and start afresh. We never start afresh. We just go to the next stage. But this is where you're at, Jessica. You're about to venture onto the next part of the path and journey. Okay. You've got their full support. Okay. So I can't avoid this, and I'm sorry I can't get the full name, and I hate giving initials. It's Tom or Tony or T, but they want to say hello to you. Okay, because they know I'm going to have to put quite fast here. From Spirit. Okay, and there's at least 1 or 2 dogs. I don't know why I've been getting dogs. Strange enough, 1 or 2 dogs coming around the family as well. Okay, memories where I'm walking down the street and it's got a little fence in front, and I go through the fence, got a little garden, then I can go in the front door. Okay, but they look like a row of terraced houses, not too big, not detached. And I want something, the name Wentworth or W. There's a street name W, Wentworth Road or something, or Winthorpe Road. I'm not sure what it is, Jessica, to show me. Okay. I want to say the year 97 or the number, definitely number 97, something specific. And I've got to pull back. Please take notes of everything, Jessica. Take notes, because they're laughing. You're going, yes, she's forgetful, Colin. Tell her to take notes, and then she won't forget. Your child at home. Thank you so much, Jessica. Lots of love to you from Spirit, okay? And I know there's a lot more behind all this, and I'm sorry I can't fit it in. Bless you. Thank you. Stacey Finnegan. Hi, Stacey. Are you still with us? Hopefully you are. Quick. Yes. Wolf, that was fast. New York. Hi, New York. Okay. Hi, Stacey. New York, quite familiar to me at the moment for some reason. Now then, I'm just pausing. Oh, they're going to almost bring me to a standstill. Right, I've got a gentleman. I've got a lady and gentleman, and it feels like both mother and father or husband and wife in spirit. Okay. And there's a very, very calm atmosphere around them. There's especially one of them, I believe, the gentleman, because they've just gone calm. Okay. And it's almost as if you could go in their home and there's just this constant air of peace. Okay. And this is what they're bringing. They're bringing lots of peace around you, Stacey. Okay. And they're taking me out and about. I want military connections going back to this gentleman, because I can see the blue uniform of American military, and I can see certain braids or whatever they are, the coloured ribbons, okay, and I believe somebody kept somebody's military uniform. Does this make sense to you, Stacey? And they're talking about migraine earlier. I've got it now. They're giving me some kind of head condition as if I've got migraine or slight headaches, okay? And I'm taking some medication for it, okay? The blue, the navy, thank you. Smart uniform that was. That blue navy uniform of the Americans has got something about it. I shouldn't say it because I'm English and our navy looks quite smart, even though I don't believe in wars. But right, so it comes to say hello to you, Stacey. Okay, but the headache condition as well. You'll be able to place that. And I'm talking, for some reason, they're talking, and I've got to give you the word, heirlooms. I'm talking about heirlooms for some reason. And as they're giving me that, I'm laughing, or they're laughing. And they're going, we're not telling you no more. She'll know what you mean, Colin. Okay. And I'm seeing this car on top of this. It's like favour. Somebody had a car and it's almost coughing and spluttering and throwing all this, I don't know, like black smoke out the exhaust. And we're going back as a memory, Stacey. Okay. Right. Okay. The heirlooms, tons of things. That's why I'm laughing. Too many. Right. Okay. Anyway, this car. I want to go back to this car because somebody's laughing. They're in stitches over this car. It's like they've just gone down the street and everybody's just stunned by this car because it's coughing and spluttering. Okay. And that was years ago because you won't get it now, obviously. Now then, but talking about cars, there's a reason why he's brought it through. I dare say somebody in the family got his old car, but presently we're talking about something going on with the car. And it looks like I've got a mechanic looking at the left back wheel or the left side, or in America, the driver's side, rear driver's side, in that archway or wheel or tyre. Don't be alarmed at it because it's just like he's going to get in for a service or something. I don't know what's going on, but they're laughing about that part. Okay. I want to keep warm for some reason. Somebody was constantly getting cold, if this made sense, as if I'm going to start shivering. Okay. And it's like, I can't clear a condition. There's somebody on the airplane what's struggling to clear this condition, Stacey. Whatever, not the cold, there's another condition. And Spirit's saying there's healing coming, and it is the blue healing. There's lots of blue. Tell them to think of blue inside the body and around them. Now then, this is funny because you know they come around you, Stacey. They're telling me you've both. You've definitely got caught a glimpse of spirit, okay? And somebody, if it's not yourself, somebody's clearly heard from spirit, clairaudiently speaking. And by the way, clairaudience is hearing external to our normal hearing, okay? So you could hear as if somebody spoke outside of your own mind. Clairaudience isn't within us, okay? I mean, of course it is because everything's an extension, but I hope this makes sense to you. I've got to move on, Stacey. I'm really sorry. Thanks for joining us from New York, by the way. Brilliant. You have heard her. Yes. I don't know whether it was a name or quick. It was shy. It was quick. It wasn't a conversation, but it was quick and short. Okay. Thank you, Stacey. Catherine, I'm going to come to Catherine if that's ever been. No, Catherine Johnson, if I may. Catherine. Are you still with us, Catherine? How long have we got? Oh, we've got about 3 minutes left. Sorry, guys. Is Catherine still in? Oof, yes, she is. Thank you. I hate to think that people come on and then they've gone and missed a message. Right. Okay. Just please bear with me now because now I'm going to. Okay, Catherine, thanks for joining us. Lovely to have you. I've got Spirit here and they're talking about that second name of yours, Johnston. Why do they keep taking me to that second name? It's like that's not your original name, or it's your married name or something. Or there's another Johnston. Okay. Whatever that is, there's something to do with your second name because somebody's just, again, it's a gentleman, father, grandfather. Okay. Would you have connections to mines, coal mines, Catherine? And especially in the middle of England somewhere. Does this make sense to you? I don't know why it's your married name. Because I'm not on the coast side of England. You're in England. Is this correct? Because I'm in the centre. I don't matter how up or down where I am in England, because I'm in the country and I'm looking like rolling hills and previously coal mines or mining stuff going on. Okay. Anyway, that's just a island. Right. That's why I was okay. Thank you, Catherine. Okay. Because I'm in the middle and I'm looking at these. Now then, would there be something to do with mines in Ireland then, Catherine? Would you understand it in this way? Why would they give me minds? Anyway. If you can't find it, don't matter. We're just going to move on. Now then. They're going to be the bringer of good news here. I want to go back previously, and I've been in hospital, whoever is coming in at the minute. I'm feeling their presence, and I've been in hospital, and what they're doing is right, okay then. So this is sorry guys, this is going to have to be the worst one. I want hospital conditions going back, whereas if I've had to have surgery at the front here, for some reason, Catherine. I'm really sorry because I'm going to be getting pulled to time. No, have I got 5 minutes? 3 minutes? I don't know what I've got. Anyway, bear with me because somebody. Thank you. I've got a lady just stepping in, Catherine. Okay. There we go. Sorry, Catherine. Sorry, Catherine. We'll come back to you at some point in the future. Okay. Sorry, because it's the way this. So thanks, Colin. Thanks. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Veronica. And you can see there we've got Fulvia at 9 coming on, and tomorrow with Christine at 3, Lainey at 6 p.m, Rish at 8, and Chance with Nico at 9 p.m. Thank you, Stacey. Thank you, your mum. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, everybody. I'm sorry I couldn't get around anymore. If you want to be in touch with us, it's Menorca Consciousness Group on Facebook. Please get in touch with us. I'm available anytime. Other than that, have a wonderful time wherever you may be in this world, and please let your light shine. The world is in quite a mess at the moment. Whether it's meant to be or not is a different thing, but we need all our light shining. And can I say finally one thing? If you believe in past lives and all the aspects of your past lives, now is the time to bring all those aspects of all your previous lifetimes to the surface and start using those aspects. And with that, thank you for Stace, and thank you to everybody. Hopefully we'll see you very soon. Veronica, beautiful mind. Veronica's amazing, isn't she? It's just brilliant. So I think that's it. I think I'm going to get the plug's going to get pulled on me, I think.